Hi friends, today we have a topic Global Peatlands Initiative. Okay, so for the protection of peatlands, we have an initiative called as Global Peatland Initiative. So we know that peatland is it's a type of wetland. Okay, so peatland have the peat soil, right? So peatland is a wetland which is having peat soil which is covered with water, right? So in order to conserve and protect these peatlands globally, United Nations Environment Program, they initiated the Global Peatland Initiative. Okay, so Global Peatland Initiative was initiated by the United Nations Environment Program in order to conserve and restore the peatlands globally. So the membership of this Global Peatland Initiative includes forest and tropical peat countries, multilateral organization and a non-governmental organization that have committed to the protection, restoration and sustainable management of peatland. So those organizations and initiatives which are committed to protection and restoration of the peatlands, they are the main members of the Global Peatland Initiative. So these peatlands, they store more amount of carbon, right? So peatlands is the world's largest terrestrial organic carbon stock. Okay, so peatlands are the world's largest terrestrial organic carbon stock. So protection of peatland can help in mitigating the climate change, right? Why? Because it is the most store of carbon. Okay, so when the degradation of this peatland happen, that will result into the releasing of carbon stored in the peatlands. Okay, so it is better to protect and conserve the peatlands. Otherwise, the carbon stored in the peatlands will be released and that will add up to the climate change or global warming. Okay, so that's why protection of this peatlands is important. So the Global Peatland Initiative is an effort to conserve and restore the peatlands, thereby preventing the carbon being emitted to the atmosphere from the peatlands. Okay, here is a fact regarding the amount of carbon being emitted from the peatlands. Okay, so the current greenhouse gas emission from drained and burned peatlands are estimated to amount up to 5% of the global carbon budget. That is in the range of 2 billion tons carbon dioxide per year. Okay, so that much amount of greenhouse gas being emitted from the drained and burned peatlands, right? So it is at most important to protect and conserve these peatlands in order to prevent the global warming and climate change. So we said that there are lots of organizations which are members of this Global Peatland Initiative, right? So each of these members will work based on their space of expertise. Okay, the partners to this initiative will work together within their respective area of expertise to mitigate the or to prevent the carbon emitting from the peatland to the atmosphere. That means for the conservation and restoration of the peatlands. And we need to know that they are not only dealing with the conservation and restoration of peatland, they are also dealing with the sustainable use of peatlands. Okay, so the initiative will contribute to several sustainable development goals, including by reducing greenhouse gas emissions, maintaining ecosystem services, and securing lives and livelihoods through improved adaptive capacity. So the aim of this Global Peatland Initiative is by 2030, the initiative aims to scale up the conservation, restoration, and sustainable management of peatlands in up to 25 key countries to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions and maintain the benefits which their ecosystem provide, and thereby contribute to several sustainable development goals. We know about the Ramsar Convention, right? It was the global treaty, international treaty dealing with the protection of wetlands. Okay, and we know that peatland is an example for it's a type of wetland, right? So Ramsar Convention on Wetlands is one of the founding member of this Global Peatland Initiative. Okay, so Ramsar Convention on Wetland is one of the founding partner of this Global Peatland Initiative, along with the United Nations Environment Program, United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, Wetland International, and there are some other institutions also. Okay, so the main founding partners of this Global Peatland Initiatives are Ramsar Convention on Wetlands, United Nations Environment Program, United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, Wetland International. So here are the founding members of the Global Peatland Initiative. That means the government of Indonesia, Peru, and the Republic of Congo, the United Nations Environment Program, the Ramsar Convention on Wetlands, FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, the Joint Research Center of the European Commission, Wetland International, UNEP-WCMC, Grid Arendal, the European Space Agency, World Resource Initiative, Greifswald Mir Center, and Satelligence. So these are the founding members of Global Peatland Initiative. Okay. Now let's move on to the model question. With reference to an initiative called Global Peatland Initiative, consider the following statements. First statement: UN Environment initiated the Global Peatland Initiative. Okay, so that is correct statement. UN Environment Program initiated this Global Peatland Initiative, right? So first statement is correct. So we eliminated B and D. then we need to know whether the second or third statement is correct, right? So second statement, it aims to conserve and restore peatlands globally and sustainable management of peatlands. So that's the correct statement, right? So it was aiming at the conservation and restoration of peatlands globally, and it was also dealing with the sustainable management of peatlands. So second statement is correct. So we got the answer as A, 1 and 2 only. That means third statement is wrong. Third statement, even though Ramsar Convention is the worldwide instrument for the sustainable use of wetland, it doesn't have any relation with the GPA. That's the wrong statement, right? Because Ramsar Convention was the one of the founding member or founding partner of this Global Peatland Initiative. So that's why third statement is wrong. So the answer is A, 1 and 2 only.